Hello and welcome back to Second Take Movies, a podcast where we give movies a second look, second chance, second take, if you will. I am your host, Preston Jenkinson, and joining me as always is my co-host, Jake Twito.
Yeah. Had something cooked up and it just really dissipated.
it's it's
Hey,
it's been a couple weeks, so that's
and we're recording on a Monday, so
we're on
my Monday brain's
we're all off
bad.
this week. It's raining outside, at least at my house.
It ended here, thankfully, and some of the pollen's knocked off,
Yeah,
so maybe I can go outside and breathe. I don't know.
we'll see. It's technically, you know what? We're gonna call this a Nicolas Cage movie because he's in it. Spider-Man
Oh,
into
dude,
the Spider-Verse.
good dude. I didn't even think about it. I was the whole time when you sent that, I went, "Man, we should really do a Nicolas Cage movie. This works great,
That was my plan the whole time. Was
dude.
like
Perfect. All right. Hey, good call. You're smarter than I am.
a 2 for 1. It's like, we're gonna hit a
Bro,
Nicolas Cage movie.
we
Just
should have just gone and seen the Minecraft movie.
oh god. I don't I don't ever wanna see it, ever.
Oh, I'm going to, dude. I'm so pumped.
Usually, I have a morbid curiosity about stuff like that, but I'm like, I don't care.
All I know is I love the Minecraft world. I'm a nerd, I guess.
Mhm.
Like I played it when it was no one played like it was like pre-beta, whatever.
Yeah.
Like so I've been a fan. I follow some of those guys on YouTube. There's a guy named Technoblade.
Yeah.
He was like the funniest dude ever. He's awesome and he died. He was sick. And they did a cameo for him in the movie. And I went, I'll go see it just for that. For 2 seconds of what I'm assuming is a pig with a crown on walking by. I'll go do it. But yeah, anyway, what's the synopsis of this
This
bullcrap
it
besides you're gonna watch a movie and your head's gonna hurt. You're not gonna understand why until you realize frames per second
it's
are not
shot at,
right.
like, 24, 23 frames per second.
This is one of the most intelligent
It loo
animated movies I've ever seen.
it looks good to me. I don't
Yeah.
understand people. The story. Teen Miles Morales becomes Spider-Man of his universe and must join with 5 spider-powered individuals from other dimensions to stop a threat for all realities.
This movie is like a breath of fresh air,
It
man.
is. It's like,
The
oh,
whole thing, the whole series of them.
it's made so well, and for some reason, Sony can't make this happen for other movies.
That's what I don't understand. Like, if Sony's capable of producing the madness of this,
Of hiring the right
why
creative team and leaving them alone.
just let Lord Miller do it. Just
Yeah.
let him. I don't know.
If you want your
Who's
own little universe, just let Lord Miller run the thing, you know?
who's doing the new Spider-Man movie before we get into positives?
Daniel Destin Cretton, he did, Shang-Chi.
Oh, all right.
I'm like, whatever, Tom Holland's done his 3 movies. I'm like,
Yeah, I know, and I'm kind of like, I don't care who the director is. It's still going to be good, probably.
I'll
Like,
watch another one of his Spider-Man movies, but I'm not clamoring for one.
well, if they put Daredevil in it, I'll poop my pants.
Yeah, it's true. Uh, Reviews, the positive.
I can't. No, it didn't. It's Monday. I was about to say, dude, I haven't watched it yet. It came out this morning. Hit me with a positive.
Comes out
Gosh
tomorrow.
dang.
The Wrap. William Bibbiani from The Wrap with the positive review. It's an incredibly thrilling to watch, impressively emotional throughout, and easily the best Spider-Man movie since Spider-Man 2.
I think this might. I mean, who, I don't know, man. The Tom Holland Spider Mans are perfect to me.
Mhm.
They're great, and I love it. It's there. I think this is on par higher
Yeah.
for sure. The negative one's going to be bogus. So go ahead. Let's just go ahead and. I don't know. There's stuff you could pick apart.
Yeah, I mean, that's any movie.
Yeah,
Um,
they don't like spiders.
this is just from Movie
Peter
Nation.
Parker's black. The racist reviewer.
It's
Ah, yeah. Okay.
no author attributed to this publication. No, Sony Animation should not have let Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse out its doors and onto big screens in this blurred, jerky, pixelated condition. That's the only thing that you'll see online. Well, criticisms about this movie is that.
Well, and I'll be honest. When I saw it in theaters, like I have a really hard time watching the 3D movies.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
I
think
hate it.
this wasn't a 3D movie, was it?
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
Well, I thought they messed something up.
mm-mm,
And I'm like, "I'm gonna roll with it, that's fine." But then it got clear as the movie went on.
mhm.
And, then later I was like, "Something's gotta be intentional with that. There's no way they'd let that slip out like that." It works so good. I mean, it looks like a straight comic book with the janky frames.
Oh, yeah, it does,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it works. It does comic perfect.
and
And it still does it at the end, but the jankiness at the beginning, dude, I mean, you feel like you're looking at a daggum comic book.
and how all the different Spider-Man are animated a little differently from each other.
And and that's when I went, "Oh, this is all intentional."
Mhm.
They're crystal clear, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
This movie begins with our little buddy Miles Morales. He's just a little middle school kid who he goes to a fancy school in Brooklyn, Visions Academy, because he won a lottery and he's a very smart kid basically. But he feels like he doesn't really belong there, and he's kind of not too happy about being there because he thinks everybody wants everything from him.
Yeah. I feel like that's, like, smart kid syndrome a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
Like,
It's like, dude, you're 14. Calm down.
but I think that's where this movie really nails it, like,
Yeah.
you're 14.
Mhm,
You act like you're 14, like,
mhm.
and I don't know, I haven't seen a lot of stuff with the guy that does his voice. I watched, Dope.
Yeah.
I
It
watched
there's a lot
the
of there's a
Wu-Tang stuff.
bunch of, stuff online about how he constantly was trying to get with Haley Steinfeld because that's been, like, a history with Spider-Man actors is, like, they get with the leading lady, but she's, engaged to Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, and there's a lot of cringe moments on social media of him.
Oh, yeah, but hey, you know what? Hit the hustle, who care?
Yeah.
Out his the guy,
He nails it, like.
his voice is what Tom Holland is as the physical
Mhm,
person.
mhm.
It was perfect. The second that I saw it, I remember the first trailer, I went, "I'm in. I don't
Yeah,
care. I'm in. This is
yes.
great."
Uh, then one night
His Uncle Aaron
yeah,
takes him to a Subway.
yeah, his Uncle Aaron, played by Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, R.I.P. Blade.
Yeah, we're never gonna see that
You
movie.
knew it was coming. It's canceled.
Yeah,
That's all right. It'll come back.
I
It'll
will
come
say
back.
on a side tangent. I'm gonna tangent us since we're back for the first time in a long time. I'm gonna tangent us this week. It was at least him like, no, I don't like that script. No, I don't like that script. So like
Yeah.
he at least wanted it to be good. I can
Yeah, he did the right thing
I can
all the way.
appreciate it for that because he was the one that walked into Marvel Studios and said, "I want to make Blade." And
And
okay,
I that actor is fantastic. I know a lot of people are gonna hear this. You might too. Green Book shouldn't have won an Oscar, but his performance in that
mhm.
was stunning. I was like, "Man,
I never saw it. I never saw it.
it's not bad." I mean, like, dude, we grew up in the South.
Mhm.
You probably watched Remember the Titans in high school 30
Oh yeah,
times.
yeah.
It's the same feel.
Okay.
Not really. It's better. It's
Dude, it's I could like make an Oscar movie if I wanted to. You know,
that's what we're doing next.
the great movies that make
Our
Oscar.
next podcast is gonna be the making of an Oscar film.
So he goes down to the
Subway, baby.
play with his uncle Aaron, and he throws up a spray paint mural, and he gets bit by a spider.
And also, how perfect is that though? Like the uncle dynamic.
Mhm.
I don't know.
It's really
I mean,
great.
this movie. So like, Miles is half African American, half Hispanic.
Yep.
It, yeah,
Mhm.
I was trying to think Hispanic. I don't know if they said exactly his
He's
mom's
Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican.
Puerto
She's Puerto
Rican.
Rican.
Thank you. Yeah, I was like, was it Haitian or Puerto Rican? I really can't remember. Puerto Rican makes sense for New York. Um, it sucks. I mean, I don't know. They did such a good job of like, I don't know what I'm going after. I'm a big fan of this movie. I'm trying to say so many things at once, and none of it makes sense.
uh,
Well, I'm also looking at like his dad, the voice actor for his dad's perfect.
Oh
It's the
yeah,
guy from The Eternal. Like this thing's stacked
this thing is
of
cast
money,
very
money,
well.
money, money.
Yeah.
I didn't know Liv Schreiber was Fisk.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know Chris Pine was in this movie.
yeah. He plays this universe's Peter Parker.
Didn't know that was him.
They made a Christmas album when this movie came out because it came out around Christmas, and he sings a song on there, and Jake Johnson also sings a song.
Didn't
We'll
know
get
Oscar Isaac was in this movie.
Yeah, he's in the second movie.
Well, in this one, he's not Spider-Man though.
Yeah,
He's just an interesting person,
no, it's
right?
revealed he's Miguel Huerta or whatever is the Spider. He shows up as Spider-Man
Oh
2099
crap!
at the end.
Yeah, I thought he played another role too. You're right. I'm stupid. Ignore
Yeah,
me.
like
Ignore
he
me.
shows up as Spider-Man 2099 at the
Well,
end.
the boy gets bit,
Yeah.
and the coolest thing ever happens. Now you see comic bubbles.
Yes.
I never picked up on that until the last time I watched this. There's no visual comic language until he's become Spider-Man.
And
Dude, that's so freaking smart. Like,
yeah, he starts to realize that he has spider powers and he's another spider person. So he somehow comes across the real Spider-Man. No, he goes back down to that tunnel to look for that spider. That's what it is.
yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah,
he runs into the real Spider-Man fighting a version of the Green Goblin.
yeah.
That's like
And
a
the
big
Prowler.
monstrous version. And the Prowler's down there too. Yeah.
Yep.
Spider-Man ends up dying after promising to train this kid he just met.
Typical Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we've already seen him on the train, or we've seen the train 3 times.
Mhm.
If you pause at any time there's a train on screen, you'll see Stan Lee.
Yeah. I've seen that, yeah.
Didn't know that the last time I watched
He's
this was
in
my, like, Easter egg watch. If you pause at any frame and there's a train, Stan Lee's there.
he's also in several pedestrian shots,
So good.
as well. So I
Yeah.
think this was one of the last this is one of the last, like, things that Stan Lee cameoed in.
Yeah, he recorded
I think he died
his voice.
I think he died in 2018 when this came out. So,
Yeah, he was 95.
yeah.
He'd already recorded voice and uh but yeah, so you got a fight with I don't even think it's a fight. It's just like a
No,
chaotic
no.
craziness of the collider blowing up and
Yeah, and
he
that's what caused the spider. We find out later, spoiler alert, in the second movie, that spider came out of the collider from a different universe, and Miles really wasn't supposed to. He wasn't the Miles that was supposed to get his
mm-mm.
spider powers. It was a different one. But we
And
will.
Spider-Man of that world dumps a USB key off to him,
Yes,
which is where everybody's now hunting him down. Like that's the like we got to find him. We got
and
to find him.
the Prowler might be somebody he knows. We don't know yet.
After that, so Peter's like not Peter, sorry, Miles is freaking out. And like the whole city's sad because Spider-Man died.
Oh yeah,
They have a grave for him, so he goes and visits the grave. But while he's there, he accidentally breaks the USB drive.
yeah.
But don't worry, there's another Peter Parker there who's like a middle-aged dude.
It's great. Yeah, he goes and visits Peter. I think the way they distinguish it was Peter A. Parker was Miles's Spider-Man, and this is
Peter
Peter
B.
E. Parker, uh, played by Jake Johnson, which another great casting decision.
God, dude, it's phenomenal. I'm
As
a
like
huge fan of that guy.
not really a washed up, but like just a seasoned Spider-Man who's seen everything and is just like nonchalant about the whole thing.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I would watch an entire movie of that, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Which, if they were smart, dude, I mean, you've got I don't know, I don't want to overburden it, but like you've got so many TV opportunities here
Mhm.
of like just let
Well,
I know
Nick,
we got Noir. We've got the Amazon
Amazon's
version.
doing a Spider-Man noir series.
How does that work? Sony cartoon owned by Disney, Amazon does it.
It's not owned by Disney.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense then.
This is strictly a Sony production, so they probably contracted or sold something to Amazon for them to make it, um, which I'm excited to see. Nicolas Cage is doing the voice. I don't know if he's
Yeah.
actually going to be in the series.
Oh, I hope.
Yeah,
Well, they go and hang out, and I don't remember how they figure out they got to find the Kingpin's research facility. Oh
Oh,
no, they want to go replace the drive
yeah,
with
because Miles broke it when he fell learning how to
yeah.
be Spider-Man, or trying to teach himself how to be Spider-Man.
S there are just so many small, goofy, stupid things
Mhm.
in this movie that are perfect.
Like when he falls, the trailing Oz after him, and
Or when the people that animated this, I think a lot of them were foreign.
I'm sure they were.
There was a
I'd love
there's a
the Japanese
line
people.
there's a line that's like, uh, they're gonna throw a bagel at a scientist's head,
Mhm.
and the animators laughed at it and made a bubble that said "bagel" when he got hit in the head.
Yeah.
Left it, which that's apparently the villain of the next
Yeah, it
film.
is. It's a the sequel does a lot of great tie-ins to the first one.
Mhm.
Like, it's amazing. So they go to Alchemex, which is way out in, upstate New York, and, they take the bus because like, Miles is like, "Oh, we're gonna swing all the way there," and Peter B. Parker's like, "Nah,
Nah,
keep the legs
in
fresh."
his sweatpants.
In his sweatpants because when he got sent to this universe, he was sitting in bed with no pants. Um, so he goes in, he sneaks in, and he's like, you see why he's as old as he is because he's very experienced, and he breaks into Alchemex no problem. Um, Gets the goober as he calls it, and we get a female version of Doctor Ock,
Octavius, Livy Octavius.
played by Catherine Hahn.
Mm. I never even realized who it was.
Another just like knock it out the park casting. And so also, I love that Kingpin's just this huge amorphous blob of a
It's everything in the comics that you kind of think. Just
caricature of a character.
uh,
Uh, we basically figure out he's the one that's funding the super collider because his goal is to get his wife and son from a different universe because he lost them in this one
yeah.
in a car wreck after they saw him do something terrible, or I don't know, but
You also understand at this point, Peter from another world is going to die of cellular decay, and
yeah,
Doctor Octavius loves it and
every
wants to study it.
yeah, everybody that's not a part of this dimension glitches out, and
But then that's also where you get Gwen Stacy
yes,
showing up to save the day.
they escape from Alchemix. They throw the bagel, hit the guy in the head, um, and escape. And Gwen Stacy shows up as Spider Woman, played by Haley Steinfeld, as we mentioned.
They go straight to Aunt May's,
Yes,
which I love. Like Aunt May's just this person of wisdom of, oh, there's other ones.
yeah, like
You're late.
they all found their way here.
Yeah,
So we've got on the roster, we've got, of course, Nicolas Cage, Spider Man Noir. We've got John Mulaney as Peter Porker, Spider Pig.
Spider Ham.
Spider Ham, that's what it is.
Spider Ham.
He's a spider that got bit by a radioactive pig.
And that's comic lore.
Yes.
That's the like worst part is like, oh shoot, that's like
That's a real thing. So it's
legitimate.
hilarious. And John Mulaney was perfect for that character. I
Then
just washed
Penny
my
Parker.
hands. That's why they're wet. No other reason.
So many weird good lines.
Kick
Kimiko Glenn, Penny Parker.
Penny Parker with a bit that rides around in a giant spider robot powered by a spider. I don't know.
The anime
And just
Spider-Man.
yeah, basically
Yeah.
anime little girl anime Spider-Man.
Yep.
And it's great. Everyone's great.
And Gwen Stacy.
And Gwen Stacy's there as well.
But yeah, Spider-Woman. Well, that's when they also figure out they're all having a hard time. They don't understand why they're there.
Mhm.
So Miles is like, I hope you get back. And they're like,
Mm,
yeah, you don't know what you're doing yet.
you don't know
You're
what
not
you're
Spider-Man.
doing. You know, you get knocked down a lot, but you're not getting back up. And
And guess what? He gets distraught. He gets angry, upset. What does he do? Goes to Uncle Aaron's.
sure does.
And Uncle Aaron is looking at some weird prawn and cranking it. Actually, he's just the Prowler.
No. Yeah. He goes to Uncle Aaron, sneaks in, and the Prowler comes in, and Miles thinks, "Oh no, the Prowler's found me," not realizing that, hey, that's his Uncle Aaron. His Uncle Aaron is the Prowler, and he realizes that when he escapes out the window and hears his uncle talking to Kingpin on the phone. Um, so we go back to. Do we go back to Aunt May's or do they find him at his dorm?
They go back to Aunt May's because Penny has made the drive.
That's right.
She's replicated the drive.
Yes.
And so Kingpin, Aaron, Octavius, Scorpion, and Tombstone. Tombstone's dope.
Mhm.
Every villain in this is perfect. I'm like, this
Tombstone's
is
great.
exactly what I want.
I love this version of the Scorpion.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, Aunt May knows Liv. She said, "Oh, great, it's Liv." I'm like, "Okay." So a fight ensues, and basically Miles gets out of there with the drive after everyone told him to get out, and so he starts running, and the Prowler
Mm,
comes after him. Prowler catches up to him,
finds out
takes the
it's my
mask
boy.
off. That's your little nephew. And Kingpin shoots Prowler because he wouldn't kill the kid, and Prowler dies in the street. So Miles Morales has his uncle dying in the street moment.
Which I don't. I suck, man. I really do. I don't. I should read more comics. Like I'm not as familiar with Miles' story, and it's really cool. Of like, it's not Peter Parker,
Nope.
so you don't have an Uncle Ben situation,
Mm-mm.
but you do have a loss.
And
It's like,
sometimes, his uncle doesn't even die. Like most of the time, it's his dad that dies. In the Spider-Man games that came out on PlayStation, it's actually in the first Spider-Man game, his
yeah,
dad, Jefferson Davis, I think is his name.
you finished the new Spider-Man cartoon, right?
Oh yeah,
Well, spoilers. Skip 10, 20 seconds. His dad's alive and into that, and that threw me off.
yeah.
His dad's in prison, and I went, "Oh, I don't know about this. This is crazy." All
That
right,
that show's really good.
so impressed. It reminds me a lot of this,
Mhm.
honestly.
Yeah,
Different vibe,
yeah.
but same. Like,
But yeah, in the Spider-Man games, his dad dies in that first game, and then Miles Morales gets his own like kind of mini game, kind of,
okay,
and then you're dual protagonist in Spider-Man 2.
well, so his brother dies, his uncle dies, but then his
Mhm.
dad shows up, who is a cop,
Yeah, and him and
and thinks Spider-Man kills his brother.
yeah.
So now, Jefferson has a thing against Spider-Man.
Mhm. And then we're at yeah, they all meet at his dorm room and they're like, "Hey man, that sucks." And then they have that funny little thing where they're all on the wall and
They restrain him. The whole
yeah.
thing is like, we're gonna do our
They
thing.
freak out
You're
his
gonna die.
they freak out his roommate and Spider Ham has a funny joke about, "Do animals talk in this universe? I don't want to freak him out."
That you know what, dude? I wanted to hate him, John Mulaney. I don't know why, but the more you like to see interviews, read them, like, oh, this guy's delightful.
He's just a good dude. Have you another side tangent? Have you seen his new stand-up special?
No, no, I hadn't yet. I've seen clips,
Where
but that's about
he's
it.
it's like post
Rehab.
rehab, yes. He's like, "If you're aware of who I am and the kind of comedy I do, this one's gonna be completely different." And there's like a 10-year-old in the audience. He's like, "Anything that you hear tonight, just don't. Don't."
I think so. I love Conan O'Brien. That's
Mhm.
my
Oh, yeah.
top tier. His podcast is great, but the more like
Mark
he's
Twain
on,
Prize winner, Conan O'Brien.
can I give you a rant?
Give me
I
a
know you're not gonna like this at all, but I'm gonna rant. Let's ignore that Trump is on the board. Whatever. Conan O'Brien 100% deserves that award. Like
yeah,
he's a Harvard guy. He loves history. He loves Mark Twain.
yeah.
Dude, you look at the daggum press that interviewed people before it.
I know.
No one cares about Conan. They're all trying to stir like crap
Well,
up.
yeah, like Newsmax was trying to get something out of Bill Burr about some shit
That
that
was
he said,
hilarious.
and
Bill
he
Burr
just
flat out told the guy to grow balls.
yeah, like,
It makes me so upset. Like, who cares about politics? You're like,
I'm
this event's here for Conan.
I'm just
Shut up.
I'm a comedian, I'm here for Conan. Go away.
Dude, the greatest line Bill Burr gives that guy, and he goes, "What you're trying to do is make me. You're asking me questions like, so how do you feel about that? It's
Yeah,
like,
instead of saying how things are, you've turned into ho
what do you think about it?"
what
He's
what should we be thinking about this instead of, like, just reporting the news, you know?
that. I teared up, man. Like that's the perfect award. I was like, dude, Conan O'Brien, that guy knows comedy. I
Mhm.
feel like we don't have people like that anymore, where it's not topical. It's just dumb.
Yeah,
There's nothing of the moment. It's just silly, goofy crap.
and he even mentioned that on his podcast after he won the award. He was like he's like, "We forgot how to be stupid.
Yeah, who cares? Dude, who cares? The
How to
world's
be
on fire.
silly."
I could give a
Yeah,
crap. Let's just goof off and have fun.
yeah,
Maybe that's the wrong way to view it, but
yeah,
whatever. Back to Peter Parker
yeah.
and Miles. Sorry, I'll keep going this rabbit hole. I hate the news, but
I do too.
so they restrain they restrain them,
Yeah.
but by
They
restraining them, they
restrain a
awaken.
14-year-old child in the door.
I love I love thinking about that, Preston.
Uh,
Woo!
but anyway, his dad stops by because throughout this whole movie, they haven't really been communicating back and forth, and his dad doesn't really understand why, and he thinks he's mad at him, and
And now his uncle's dead, his closest
yeah,
person.
yeah.
Um,
So he's trying to relate to him a little bit, but, Miles finds the courage to escape and go to Aunt May's and get a brand new spider suit that he spray paints. Um,
Dude, that daggum dive he does after that, off that, I feel like that's the most stereotypical Spider-Man thing, and as soon as it happened, I went, "Yeah,
I mean,
Spider-Man."
that's what we do in a that's what you do in a Spider-Man movie
First
when
thing you
he's
do,
fig
"Where's the big building? I'm jumping
yeah,
off."
when he figures out how to be a hero, he goes and jumps off a big building and has a heroic leap. So all the spider people converge on this, Fisk. Fisk is having some kind of fundraiser for something.
Yeah, Fiscus. He's
Yeah.
having the Fiscuses.
It's something for Mary Jane as well because Peter B. Parker gets distracted because him and his Mary Jane are divorced, and, he tries to apologize to a different Mary Jane that's not his, and he's just a sad little guy that
Yeah, poor boy.
that comes out pretty good in the second movie.
Always looking for that new girl, right?
Uh-huh.
Woo! Alright, guys, it's been great. Thanks for listening. You can follow us.
So they make it to the super collider, and Miles shows up in a heroic fashion and helps them defeat Olivia Octavius.
Yeah, that's right.
This
Livia.
universe is Doc Ock,
Livia Octavius. Yeah.
and
Yeah, you're dead on.
then he
Fights Kingpin.
they do the
But
thing.
his dad's there.
Yeah,
Jefferson's there watching it all, and, like, realizes the whole time he's
Spider-Man's a
trying
dick.
to save Jefferson.
Yeah,
He's looking out for everybody, and
he
now
he
he's like, "Oh, Spider-Man ain't bad."
he puts the goober in the port and saves the thing and gets all the spider people back to their places and
What does the word goober mean to you?
just like a weird, just a insult to somebody. It was like, "You're a fucking goober, dog.
Yeah, when I was a little kid, goober was like an idiot.
You're a
Like,
little goober."
I moved up here and people are like, "That means penis." I'm like, "What? No, it
When
doesn't."
in the world of
Like,
that word did it ever mean penis?
and all these brother loving rednecks over here, but
What's that? What's the snack with the peanut butter goober? Or am I thinking of? I don't know what I'm thinking about.
no, you're right.
Chocolate peanuts. It's called goobers.
Yeah, it is goobers.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
chocolate peanuts.
I don't think they're around anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
Dude, isn't that weird? Like, sorry, this movie rules. I hate going all
Mhm,
these tangents. Do you ever go into the grocery store and look and go, where are all the weird things we saw as kids that were snacks?
mhm.
They're all gone.
They're gone.
Just, I feel like they just,
I guess nobody bought them.
yeah, tried to get healthy and
Yeah.
quit buying 1,000 Wahoos every day.
Yeah, that's true. And so Kingpin is dead?
Kingpin's overpowered.
Yeah,
They're
'cause
arrested. Jefferson arrests
Miles
them. They throw them back.
Miles finally masters his venom touch, which lets him conduct electricity, and
And
boom,
there's evidence that shows up that
he does.
Kingpin killed Aaron and Spider-Man
Yep, and
both.
So Miles finally calls his dad and has a heartfelt conversation as Miles, and then has a conversation with him as Spider-Man saying, "Hey, I'll be around. Don't worry about nothing. I'm new
That
Spider-Man."
dumb voice. Hello, sir.
It's okay, officer.
I'm here to help.
Yeah, that's not a child doing a grown man's voice.
Yeah.
And then we get the post-credit scene with a AI woman talking about the events that happened, and then we turn around, we hear Oscar Isaac's voice, and we know that's Oscar Isaac, but then we turn
Yeah.
around, and then it's Spider-Man 2099, and he jumps into the old Spider-Man meme of "You're Spider-Man.
You,
You,
me,
you,
you.
you, me."
Mm.
Pretty great.
It's like a 9,
Oh, yeah, it's
honestly.
almost a perfect 10 for me, so about
It's so
9.5.
good. I mean, you couldn't do better, I
Yeah,
feel like.
just a good time. Good time.
Yeah, and I don't know a single person that doesn't watch this, and even if they're not comic fans, like, "It's a fun movie." I'm
Yeah,
like, "Yeah."
no notes.
Yep.
No notes.
No.
Now we move on to, what we watching, what we playing, what we reading, what we doing.
Dude, I've been playing this video game on Steam called
Uh-huh.
Schedule One.
Yeah.
It's about dealing drugs. It's so good. It's the most popular game on Steam right now.
Okay.
It's an indie game. A guy in Australia made it. One guy. Dude, it is so quirky and it is so fun. Like, oh, it's the perfect indie
There
little deal.
there's one that I saw and I bought. It was, 12 minutes where, like,
Oh, I wanna play that so bad.
it's
Where
a
you redo.
top-down thing, and
Yeah.
I got some time off coming, so I'm looking forward to it.
Ah, I'm gonna wait. I have it, and I'm gonna play it with Logan because it looks so good.
'Cause you have to figure out how to stop the home invader, and the day
Yep.
just starts over and over and over
Such
again.
a good concept.
Yeah.
What else I've been watching? Finished, Common Side Effects, the HBO Adult Swim cartoon. It might be the greatest original concept I've seen in the past 10 years.
Okay.
It's about a guy that this really nerdy dude, um, finds a mushroom that can cure anything.
Okay.
And so in the first episode, the FBI is trying to find him. Big Pharma's trying to find him. Mike Judge does a
Oh, yeah.
voice. It's I can't say a lot more. It is so good. I mean, it is poignant. It has some great topical things. It's
Mhm.
fantastic.
Okay.
Crazy though. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I did. It ended and it's like, oh crap. Other than that, just watching Righteous Gemstones. That's about it.
I started watching Star Wars Rebels again.
I need to pick that up, man. I know it's
It
good.
it's a kids show, but, like, it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there's definitely, like, some, like, lessons for children in there and stuff, but I
Don't
still
we all need that some?
yes. Honestly, we do.
Guys, don't
Uh,
forget to wipe your butt.
yeah.
Put your
But it
bologna in the
introduced it
fridge.
was, like, one of the first, like, Disney Star Wars things to come out because that was, like, really the first thing they put out was Rebels on Disney XD or whatever it came out on back
Yeah.
in the day.
Yeah. Yep. I remember that. It was a big deal too. It's like,
Like,
whoa, shoot.
that's where we got Inquisitors and the World Between
Thrawn.
Worlds and Thrawn. Well, Thrawn came from Legends.
Thrawn.
They brought him
Yeah.
back. They brought him back to
All
the
that blurs with me a little
yeah,
bit of where's where. Where's Waldo?
catching up with the Mortis gods and all that stuff. But that's deep Star Wars stuff. Looking forward to Andor coming. I rewatched that recently.
I'm gonna try and start that, I think, next week.
Pretty breezy watch.
I think I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to collect a lot of shows I can watch while I run at the gym.
Mhm.
They don't have dongs everywhere,
Yeah.
or vag, or tits, or gratuitous bloods. And it turns out that's kind of hard to find.
Get yourself a privacy screen.
No, I'm gonna put it on the TV in front of me and let everyone see it. Guys, this is that episode of Game of Thrones where they cut his wiener off.
And he shakes the sausage.
Dude, I've ever told you. Okay, so
How do you transition from a story into a story from cutting somebody's thing off?
Many jobs ago, I worked at a
Uh-huh.
place that had a gym, and I ran during lunch. There was a guy that ran beside me. He had a huge iPad. Like, it was the biggest one I'd ever seen at that time. And he watched shows. It was cool. There was an episode of Game of Thrones where they cut Theon Greyjoy's wiener off, right? You see it. I was running, kind of glanced over because he kept touching his screen, and he rewound that scene like 30 times. And I'm like, ugh. Like, I knew what it was because I already seen the episode.
That's
And we got
disgusting.
back to the locker room, and he was going to take a shower, and he had fishnet underwear on. And I just sat there and went, I think I'm going to die.
That's odd.
And then I had a meeting with him. Didn't know it was him that I had a meeting with later in the day. And during the meeting, I went, why'd you look at so many dicks today? And it wasn't just him and I in the meeting. It was like 30
Why'd
people.
you look at so many severed dicks today, dog?
And he goes, it looked like there was a wart on it. And I just wanted to know why. Why'd they put a wart on it? I was really interested in the size and the shape of it too. And I just sat back and went, I'm no longer running at lunch in this gym.
Yeah.
Sorry. There you go. That's what I'm watching. My
Jeez.
nightmares.
What
What
did
you
I
up to?
Oh,
Other
I
than that.
watched the Mufasa movie. That's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Shouldn't have done it.
They animated the tigers to smile or the lions to smile. That's about it. They improved on it by doing that. That's it.
I thought that'd be a stinker. I'd hope it'd be better, but
It was absolutely nothing.
it's got primetime snaker spell all over it.
What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, I'm playing Dying Light 2.
Oh, those games are fun, man.
I didn't like the first one too much, but this one I'm like, they improved a lot of stuff, and I'm like, hell yeah.
I was okay with the first one. I played the second one. I went, ooh, good for y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all knew what you were doing. Some.
Watched Tombstone the other day because Val Kilmer died.
I watched. I need to finish it. There's a guy I work with. That's his favorite movie, and I told him I'd watch it. I'll watch like half of it, but
It's a
I need
great
to
movie.
finish it. I need to watch Heat. I've never
Heat
watched it.
is another great movie that he's in.
Dude, I've never seen it. The only thing I know about Heat is the FBI and police departments use a scene with him where he tactically reloads his gun
I've
as
heard
training.
I've heard that story too. I don't know if it's accurate.
I'm gonna go ahead and say. I mean, I saw the clip and I went, I could see where that would
I
be.
mean, when I say accurate, I don't know if it's accurate that people use that video as like.
Oh yeah.
I think that's just like a myth somebody put out there one day. But
I'm gonna find out.
that is it for us this week. On that note, we'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll
To
see.
take over the world.
Yeah, like we do every week. Until then, you can send suggestions for what we should do to secondtakemovespot@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram, where you can also leave comments and such. You can follow us. You can subscribe to the YouTube as well and leave comments there. I might delete them if they get too weird.
No, they're staying for perpetuity.
No, I've deleted some.
Oh damn
Because
it.
I just didn't want that out there. And where else? Just any podcast platform you can find. You know, we're on there.
Yeah.
Jake, you got any parting words for the people?
Kids, put your bologna in the fridge. I know you like your bologna soft on your sandwiches, but it's gonna go bad. Nobody wants rotten meat. Put your beef in the fridge.
G.I. Joe.
Pork chop sandwiches, get the F out of here.
uh,
Yeah,
so we will see you next week with another movie.